What's up, everybody? Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. We're gonna be doing pretty much, the normal. We're gonna go over our trades from the 13th, which I think was Monday. We haven't gone live since then, and then we'll go over trades for today, or I'm sorry, for tomorrow. But first, I wanted to just show this here. Um, we've been talking about volume profile, quite a bit on the channel and going over how to find levels, etc. It looks like my mic's kind of quiet. That's weird. Can you guys hear me okay? Hang on one second. I wonder if one of my knobs got touched. Hang on. Sorry. Oh yeah, my gain got turned down. Hang on. Okay, this should be better. Sorry about that. I must have touched one of the knobs, like putting down my headset or something. What's up, William? In on timeout. Nice. Sorry, man. Um, yeah, the volume should be fixed, BA. I had accidentally turned down the gain on my mic. But so back to what I was saying. We've been talking about volume profile a bit, and I always talk about breaking through a level, having 3 5-minute candles close above, retest, enter long. And so I just wanted to show here, like, even though technically it worked, this is not what you're looking for. Where we break above and then candle closes above, wick back down below, and then close above. We're looking for 3 clean candles closing above. And so this is not it. This third candle, if it didn't wick down below our June value area low, this would have been a great, retest on the third candle to enter into calls. But so what we're actually looking for is break through our level, close, 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 and like, no, we're not wicking back below the level. And obviously this is more than 3 5-minute candles, but that's fine. We're looking for 3 or more. This is our retest. This is where you would enter calls, and then you're going to target, your levels from there. Technically, this is the June or July value area low. I think the 80% rule is probably already played out on July, but I'm not positive. But if it hadn't, this is where you would swing and target the July value area high. Or you could just day trade it and, take your profits wherever you want. But if you're trying to get the full 80%, you need to swing, like a month out or whatever. All right. Is the volume too good, Miss Free? Okay. What's up, Lisa? What's up, Alan? What's up, BA? What's up, the Mark crew? John, how's it going? And Jack, hello. Not trying to. Oh, hey, what's up, Trev? That's weird. You're up above a message from YouTube, which normally people aren't up there. You're like the first one to say something. All right. So anyway, let's get into it. We'll look at our trades from Monday. I don't think we had a couple of wins actually on Monday. So first one was AMAT, which I think we had moved the levels. I could be wrong. This was for 813. Oh, so I just have this one marked as invalid. Price just absolutely, left, never touched any of our levels, and just ripped up and went completely in the opposite direction. Next one is CRM, which was a win. Probably better to look at these. CRM was a swing trade, and where is it? Oh, this is for the 13th as well. So I don't think this worked out. Am I wrong? Oh yeah, we never even triggered. We opened above and it didn't trigger. I have this marked as a win, but it's not. It's invalid. Let me fix that really quick. So it looks like on Monday we had one win, one loss, and everything else was invalidated, which is a bummer. So our next one is Expedia. And this was a win. Right. So this is the 13th here. Yeah. So we literally like wicked. Let me go on a higher time frame so it's easier to see. Wick down to our trigger, went below it, came back up, hit our first trim, and we did not make it to the closed calls level. But it was a swing trade. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't. It was a day trade. So anyway, we just got the first trim, but still a win. And then the next one is going to be Google, which was a loss. Of course, it works out today, but on the 13th, where is it? Oh, wait, no, it wasn't a loss. It didn't trigger. It's invalid. So we had one win and that's it, and everything else was invalidated. The other thing that we were looking at was SPX, and that also didn't trigger. So it's bad when I do these videos like after the fact like this, but this was it. We actually gapped up on the 13th and never hit our put level, and so this was invalidated as well. Let's see. Sorry, I've been looking at the questions. This is visible range volume profile. I don't think there's a setting to move it to the left or the right. It's automatically on the right. I mean, you might be using the wrong indicator. I don't know. It's VRVP, visible range volume profile. So, what's up, Money Mark? How you doing? What's up, Marcos? All right, so let's look at what's the difference between session volume profile, periodic volume profile, and visible range volume profile. It's pretty simple. So session volume profile is just going to show you the day's range. So session volume profile is broken up by day. So this is Wednesday. This is Tuesday, Monday. Periodic volume profile, you decide what you want. You can have 1 month, 1 day, 1 hour, 1 week. You could have 3 months, 3 weeks, whatever you want. If you want a year, you do 12 months. So that's the difference with that. And then visible range volume profile is going to give you a volume profile based on what's visible on your screen. So if I scroll out, you'll see that my volume profile will change, right? So the more candles are on my screen, the more the profile is going to change based on what is visible. Okay? Thank you for that, Hef. You the man. No problem, Alex. All right, so let's get into the plays for tomorrow. First one I have for you guys is going to be crowd. On crowd, I'm looking at puts. As you can see by the visible range volume profile, we have a really nice skinny belly if we actually break down below. Right now, I don't do like calls and or puts. I pick the direction I think the stock is going to go. I think one time in the channel's recent history, I've done like both directions just based on the setup. Like it really could have gone either way. Hey, what's up, Jay Marie? And both directions were like such a sweet move. Like I couldn't ignore one or the other. But generally, I'm picking a direction, and it's based on which direction I think the stock's going to go. Not that this would be the better move, but if we break like 257, I don't really know, like maybe like 257, 55-ish, whatever, there's a chance that we come up to here somewhere. Possibly this POC 246.82. But based on Elliott waves, we should be heading down, and this is a really sweet move if it does. So under 254.35, I'll be looking for puts. My first trim 251.75, second trim 249.15. Third trim 247.15. Fourth trim 245, and then close at 243. Yeah, so that's that, and that's going to be a swing trade. You want to do at least a minimum of 2 days out. If you're not looking to catch the entire move, just open and close, or trim at the levels, and then close your trade at the end of the day. But if you're trying to get the full move, you probably will need at least 2 days to do that. The last trade I have for you guys is going to be FSLR. And on this, I'm looking for calls. Same thing, based on what you have on your chart. Like there's a decent skinny belly here. I'm looking for upside. My call level is a little bit high, just because after hours it was like 226.50-ish or something like that, which is really where ideally I would like to get in. Like, yeah, 226.70-ish, give or take. I don't know. Anyway, based on where price was, I went a little bit higher. It's probably a safer entry anyway. So over 227.55, I'll be looking for calls. First trim 228.90, second trim 230, and then close at 231. I think price is actually coming to like 232, 233, just an FYI. So those are the two trades I have for you guys for tomorrow. And then last thing we'll do is just look at SPY, and I'm just going to chart it live. Seems like you guys like that. And hopefully helps you guys with your charting. I'm debating whether or not I want to just delete all of this. I don't think I do. We're going to delete some stuff. Oh, before I delete too much more, I should cover our trades on, I don't know if it was Monday or Tuesday. Monday. Maybe it was Tuesday. I can't remember. Actually, I think I went live Monday, and Tuesday we gapped up, and so there was actually nothing. I didn't cover any trades up here. This was, oh yeah, PPI, and we weren't, I was actually expecting a sell-off, but the PPI news shot us higher. Um, so I didn't really cover anything up here anyway. But this should have been, if you're trading with volume profile, this was your entry right here. We didn't have any entry through here, but once we retested the July value area low, that was a really quick, or that was a really easy entry for calls. That's going to be up to you, David. So, sorry, I'll go back really quick. Technically, when you're entering, you want to plan your trade, your initial, with a minimum of one risk, two reward. So something like this. And then that's if you plan on trimming. And if that's your plan, then at that point you would trim the one contract, move your take profit down to your second trim, and then your stop loss becomes break even here, right? And then once that hits, you would then move your take profit down, and then at that point your stop loss becomes the first trim. And then if that hits, so on and so forth. But it's really up to you. If your plan is to just take one contract and go for the full move, you can also just do this and figure out where you want your stop loss to be based on, your risk tolerance or whatever. I would probably be looking at something roughly like this, where I'm just, actually I'd want to be a little bit higher, above where these wicks are hitting. I would want to be a little bit above that, but something like this. So it just depends on how you want to trade it, but all I can do is give you guys the levels, and then from there you figure out what you want to use as your risk to reward. If you want to use the first example I showed, where you're basing your risk based off of the first trim, that's a great idea. Or you can base your risk off of the full move. It's really up to you as a trader. Yeah, no worries, brother. Yeah, so let's go through SPY. And really quick, while it's on my mind, I don't need a bunch of sympathy for this or anything, but I just found out one of the homies just passed away, which is kind of crazy. His name's Jay, so rest in peace, brother. Much love to you. I don't know what happened or anything. I haven't talked to him in a few years. But I'm one of those people that, when you're a friend, you're a friend. And I don't talk to my friends daily, but when I reconnect with friends, it's like we, never, it's like we, talked to each other the day before. You know what I mean? That's just kind of how I am as a person. I don't have anybody that I talk to on a daily basis other than my wife and my kids. But if you're my friend and you need help, I'm there in a heartbeat, no questions. So yeah, I know, Jaman, I know that Shorty covered all of it and talked about, I forget what he was saying, but I actually need to rewatch it myself. He was talking about how the first candle here was the entire open interest. And it has a name, and I forget what it's called. But it's very rare that our open interest is the entire first candle, or in TPO terms, the A period candle. It's some rare anomaly, and then basically when this happens, if you break the bottom, you're going to dump. If you break the top, you're going to like, you're looking at a trend day either way. And is the trend going to be down based on breaking the bottom of that candle, or is the trend going to be up based on breaking the top of the candle? So as soon as the top here got broken, that was your indication to get into calls. And if the bottom had been broken, then that would have been your indication to get into puts. And so hopefully I'm making sense, but basically this first candle, this first 30-minute candle is the entire open range. So the high and the low of the first hour of the market was this first candle. And Jay's nickname was Cheese. Hey, what's up, Scott Dog? Yeah. I'm just hoping it's not what I think it is, because I know he had a lot of emotional issues, and I had talked to him a lot in the past, you know. I hope he got over whatever demons he was fighting with, and I hope it was just some random freak accident, you know. But anyway, I'm not trying to dwell on it too much, but he's just been on my mind a lot. I feel like I should have reached out to him, I guess. It's just another reminder, you know, that life is so short and so precious. Like, sorry, I'm going to go completely off topic really quick here, but this is important. Like, I work in healthcare and I see death literally every single day. And the type of healthcare that I do, I'm there for literally every emergency in the entire hospital. And so if there is a death, I see it. And I'm there doing CPR, like, and it just reminds you, like, to appreciate your loved ones and go home and tell people you love them and hug your kids and hug your wife or hug your husband or partner or whatever it is. And just really appreciate the people that we have around us. Never like leave your house angry or in a fight and not say goodbye to your loved one, because it might be the last time you see them, you know. Like, I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be grim, but really, like, make sure that the people that you love know that you love them, you know. Anyway, we'll hop into charting here now that I've been morbid. People asking about visible range volume profile. I don't use that for charting really. I start on session volume profile, 30 minutes. That is for my daily levels. I already have my previous week levels on SPY, so I don't need to touch those right now until Friday rolls around. Right now, I'm just interested in today for trading tomorrow, basically. Unfortunately, we're not able to use SIGs because we don't have 2 days in the same range. And I don't know why I didn't notice this at the time, but we had a double POC here. Yeah. Right now we have a D shape. I guess it's a capital P. So we have like 2 capital P's in a row. And value is a little bit higher than the previous day. So they might try to push this up higher. So from that, yeah, and actually I can already see it. And then we have a poor high at the July POC. I would be willing to guess they're going to gap over this tomorrow. It looks like futures are already up. Well, they're up from the close very slightly. And NQ is up very slightly as well. So I can't do SIGs, unfortunately. I just have to do my TPO. And like I said, I already know we have a poor high at the top. Looks like we have a poor low. No, we do not. We have a single prince at the bottom. Yeah, for sure, Marcos. Never promised. Poor high at the top. End period, we had like, well, it's not quite a spike because we didn't go higher, but um, they're probably going to want to clean this up tomorrow and go higher. So this is our poor high. I mean, so 80% of the time we're coming here, right? Um, Today we broke above, well, where's July? I guess we've already got the 80% to the downside. So 80% rule is not in play. With that said, a lot of times it will play out again. Um, we broke above. We got our 3 5-minute candles closing above, retested. Pretty good chance they're coming here. That's not going to happen tomorrow. We're not going, 11 points tomorrow on SPY, at least not without some major news. So Scott Dog, good question. Are you talking about this here? Poor lows. Oh, you might be talking about from Tuesday. You'll have to tell me what day you're talking about. But when you first said that, I thought you were talking about these single prints here that I left on the chart. These have not been, or hasn't been tested. So basically, when a level like this is so strong, this is at least how Shorty explained it to me, like when he was mentoring me. What's up, Stocks? He taught me basically that, like, you might be talking about this poor low. But what he taught me is when a level is super strong, like we come up, tap it, get a really strong rejection down, which we did in this case, right? I mean, we came down pretty hard and then came back up and then sold off more, and kind of chopped sideways. When a level like this is so strong, they need to like gap over it overnight, which means that the level is still relevant, like when we come back to it. Yeah. So yeah, there's a chance, Scott Dog, that they'll go back to it, but that's why I still have these levels on the chart. But for right now, I'm going to be focusing here. Ideally tomorrow, I would love to see this. And actually, if this happens, we're probably like going way higher. But if the single prints are broken, I mean, the poor high is broken, you have to figure out your target for exit, really. Like, that's going to be your biggest issue. Let me see if I see anything on volume profile. We might have like a... No, there's no VPOC up here. This is not a terrible first target. Um, yeah, I'd be watching there, and then something like this here. Um, I wouldn't be terribly surprised, also, like I said, to see them like gap over this tomorrow. If they do, you really want to get a retest and then go long or take calls. Um, if they give us this, I would be happy to hop in calls on the touch of this. I mean, it would be a retest, but it's like the second. One, two. This would be the third retest. 554. 554 for tomorrow. Yeah. Unless you have some major news event. I mean, like if you look at SPY on an average day, it's right about 4 points, roughly, give or take, at least from what I see. Um, you would need like a major trending day to get a move like that, which those are rare. It is possible, but it's rare. It's not going to happen often. So it would never be something that I'm trying to predict. Yeah. Um, anyway, unless you guys have any questions, that's really all I've got. So overall, I'm bullish. Ideal would be to get in calls at single prints. I don't know that they're going to give us that chance, but um, where you see here where we come down and get that strong reaction, this is where if they come back to here, you want to get in calls. So this is ideal, right? JC Montana, what do you consider the best edition of TradingView? The most expensive one? Because if that's what you're asking, then yes, it's the most expensive one. Um, if you want to have access to TPOs, you have to have the most expensive version of TradingView. Where is it? Yeah, so premium. And then, yeah, you can see here. But I always, I buy it. I didn't pay this. I buy it on Black Friday. And they always have deals at that time. So, okay. Yeah, it kind of sucks that you have to wait for Black Friday. I do know like if you do the trial and then cancel, like they'll offer you like a really good deal. Um, but it's a pain in the butt that you have to either wait or like play games like canceling and stuff like that to get a better price. Um, I mean, Realistically, like, is it worth $600? Like $50 a month? Yes, it is. Um, do I not like spending $50 a month on charting software? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, they have the very good discount on Black Friday. All right, it doesn't look like we have any questions, so I'm probably going to be calling it here. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I have a question in Discord. It looks like, or no, that's a question for just anybody. It's not for me. Yeah, it is a tax write-off, but still, it's it's better in my bank. Um, oh, nice. One of the people that's done a one-on-one with me. I don't know who he is in the chat, but I showed him that example I was showing you guys on Spy earlier. I don't remember where it is now. Oh, this July value area low, where this is showing that we're not accepting being up here, and then this is showing that we are accepting being up here based on how the candles are closing. Um, and he just sent me a message saying that it makes more sense seeing it, um, me explaining it live versus us typing back and forth, which I can understand because I'm not like, if you type back and forth to me, I don't really understand things very well. Um, I can't even read like, Shorty will post like his plan for like ES for tomorrow, and it's like, oh, here at 55:36, we have this blah 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 happening. I'm expecting a rejection there, and I just like my brain can't process it. I need to visually see it on the chart. Bro, JC, it's just a matter of time. Like, it's just a matter of putting in the time and doing it. There's no tips, but I know how you're feeling because I was there at 1.2 where I'm like, this software is really overwhelming, and like, but you just have to play with it. It's not too bad once you start get going, but um, what I would recommend is like this toolbar here at the bottom. I wouldn't say copy mine like verbatim, but figure out what you use the most, pattern wise, and you just go, and any of those you just you favorite it, and it'll add it to this bar, and then that way you're not having to look through all of this stuff trying to find exactly what you're looking for, because there's a lot of stuff and there's a lot of patterns, and you might use all of them, but if you have the ones that you use the most often, like uh da 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 on a quick access bar for you, it'll make it a little bit easier, to chart when you're going through stuff. So yeah, just figure out which ones you use the most often and add them to your favorite bar, and then it's not too bad. Like the most stuff you're going to be using is trend lines. I will say with trend lines, it took me a long time to figure this one out, but trend lines, if you hold down control, it will snap to the candle that you're pointing to. So like if you're trying to get your levels perfect, you just hold down control and it'll, snap to both levels. So there's little tricks like that, but all in all, you just have to play with it. Um, but it really, like, in the very beginning, it's going to feel very overwhelming and very difficult. And after you've been playing with it for a couple of weeks, you'll start to feel a lot more comfortable. Especially like being able to watch, like being able to watch me charting and doing it will help when you go to chart. Somebody's
Hey,
mic is hot.
Rockets.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, do you have any suggestions on putting footprints on TradingView or like which indicator to use?
There isn't one.
Okay. There's
Yeah,
like
it's
one I found, but you have to like spread it out really far and it like doesn't look up the past. It can only see footprints like as they're coming in.
yeah, but they're not accurate
I see.
because
Okay.
Shorty knows the verbiage for this, but like um, footprints goes off of actual orders, um, and TradingView doesn't have order flow. So they just use like a calculation, I think, to figure out like the footprints. But as of right now, they have no actual way of doing footprints because they don't have order flow on their charts. So until they
Okay,
have,
thank you. I guess I've been on a wild goose chase then. So that's good to know I can stop that.
yeah, I mean, really, the way to go. I don't know, like, where do you trade? Are you on a PC or a Mac, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I have TradingView open and then I trade on Webull on my phone. I buy options contracts.
So you're just trading on a phone.
Yeah, but I chart everything and like my trade log and everything's like on my computer. I just have the order all set up on my phone so that I can be faster.
Oh no, but so you have a PC.
Yeah, I have a whole rig. I built it myself. Yeah.
Yeah, so then I mean, the way to go is just deposit like $100 with AMP, and
Yeah.
because with AMP, if you deposit $100, you get free footprints on Quantower.
Right. Someone was saying Quantower with like Top Step or something is a good idea
Well,
as
you
well.
can do that as well, but it's going to be like whatever, $54 a month. If you're
Yeah.
wanting to trade with Top Step, then that's the way to go because you get free everything, TPO, footprints, everything through Quantower. But
Like that's better than me spending the $50 a month on TradingView because I haven't bought TPO yet on TradingView because I was waiting for Black Friday.
yeah, so, or don't quote me. I'm not positive that it gives you TPO, but I think it does. But
Right.
yeah, you can just look at the
It
actual.
does. Sorry to
Okay.
interrupt.
No, no, no. You're not interrupting. Good, thank you. I was pretty sure it did, but I don't like to give misinformation. So now we have
Yeah.
confirmation that if you set up an account with Top Step, it's going to be a minimum of whatever $54 a month, but
Yeah.
you'll have access to TPO and footprints through Quantower. So
Right.
that's the way
And
to
then
go.
that's way better, I think, because then I get an account and I would be putting that money into TPO anyway on TradingView. So
Yeah,
then I'll get an account that I can actually trade futures on. That's way better.
yeah, I agree. That's a good idea.
Okay.
And then so
I
for
might
people,
do later or someone who does Top Step. Maybe if you don't, do you use Top Step?
yeah,
Okay. So I might message one of you guys later and try to set that up if maybe you can help me.
yeah. I mean, I'd be happy to. Um, it's actually pretty straightforward. Like if you just, I mean, yeah, message me. I'll help you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I know it's like pretty straightforward to some people, but it's taken me a year just to understand like TPO and stuff. So
No, I
it's
get
like,
it. And what I
yeah,
was
it's
gonna say
hard
is like it's pretty
for me.
straightforward to set up Quantower and all that stuff with Top Step, but
Yeah.
I guess where it gets more complicated is like when you're setting up your footprint charts and all that stuff. And yeah, I mean, any one of us can help you. Just a heads up. And when I say this, I mean, you guys know this. You're always welcome to message me, and I'll always reply. As soon as I end this video, I'm gonna go take a nap, and it's gonna be
Yeah.
like it's gonna be a hefty nap. Like I'm probably gonna sleep
Yeah.
for like 4 hours or something like that. The baby's been
Right.
trying to kill me through sleep deprivation, and like last night,
Right.
like I was trying to, like for me, I can't sleep for 2 hours and then wake up. If I have to do something in 2 hours, I can't go to sleep because you could literally like stab me in the chest and I won't wake up. So, in trying to help out my wife, I've been like feeding the baby at like 11 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I go to bed, and then she'll wake up and feed the baby at 6 or whatever time. And last night, I the baby didn't wake up like at 3 when she normally would to eat. So I like got her up out of bed and like changed her diaper, and I'm like moving her around and slapping her feet, trying to get her to wake up. And I'm trying to feed her. And for 2 hours, I'm trying to feed her, and she literally ate 1 ounce, which is nothing because she'll normally eat like 4 to 5 ounces in like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And so for 2 hours, I'm just trying to get this girl to eat, and she won't. And so I finally just laid her back down, and I went to sleep because I'm like, I gotta sleep. I'm ready to fall over and die. And and then we had company coming over this morning, and this has just been like night after night after night of me getting like little to no sleep. So I'm literally gonna go fall over and die as soon as I end this stream. But if you do message me, I'll get back to you. It's just gonna be later this evening. But with that said, you're always welcome to message me. You know, I'll reply to you and I'll help you out as much as I can.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm still gonna wait a little bit. I'm still working on some other stuff. I want to make sure like my rules and my discipline is all real solid before I get one of those accounts. But when I do it, I'll for sure message you and maybe Burnside or something and just make sure I'm doing everything right
okay,
because I don't
cool.
want to screw it up. But
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, no worries. Um, and I mean, that's good. Just for the people in YouTube land, um, Shamu is working on the one trade a day for 60 days he's doing right now. Um, you know, like we talk about, but really one trade a day for 6 months is where you learn discipline and patience. And that's when you become like a pro trader versus an amateur, really. Like,
Yeah, it
it's really,
really teaches you like how much of a dumbass you are because you'll take like some trade and you'll just be like, that'll be your trade for the day. And you'll be like, why did I take that? Like,
mm-hmm.
that wasn't even a good idea. I just took it because, in the moment you think you're going to take a trade or something, or you want to take a trade. And then your perfect setup, you no longer, because you didn't, discipline yourself and have patience. Now your perfect setup is, gone because you're not allowed to trade again for the day. I really see the value of it. It's really good.
Yeah, I mean, exactly what he just said. It will literally point out your flaws very quickly
Yeah.
because people that don't have only one trade a day, and you have to, I mean, obviously, like, you have to be strict with yourself about it. People that don't have one trade a day, the issue is like, you're like, oh, let me try taking a trade here. And because you know that, like, even if it misses, you can still take another trade, right?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, exactly.
you're willing to just like,
Throw away your money.
shoot around off into the darkness, not knowing if it's going to hit the target or not, because you still have another round, or whatever, another 5 rounds or whatever it is. And if you're actually like being a trader, you're waiting for your setups to come. You're patiently waiting for your setups to come, and if they don't come, you don't trade. And that helps a lot with a lot of things, like avoiding getting caught in chop. It avoids like YOLOing into trades. It avoids FOMO. And then when your trades start going against you, it avoids you like, I guess the best example I could give is like, if you're in your mind, you're so positive the market's going down, right? That you enter a put and then it goes up and it hits your stop loss and then it goes a little bit higher and you're like, oh, they're still going to go down. So you grab another put and then it hits your stop loss again. And you're like, fuck that. It's still going down. Let me grab another put. And then it hits your stop loss again. And it
Yeah.
never goes down. It ends up being a trend day up and you keep trying to slap that put button and the market keeps slapping you across the face, but you're too stupid to realize you need to stop.
Yeah.
Or I'm not even trying to call people stupid, but let's just say
That's exactly what happened.
I'm
Yeah,
too
that's
stupid
exactly
to
what
stop, right? And
Yeah.
so when
And
you
you're like,
do,
you're sure you're like, well, now they have to go to value or area low. And
yeah,
then and you
exactly.
end up getting like cooked even more. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
well, you keep telling yourself that story like, oh, they've got to go and tap this, they've got to go and tap this, and they
Yeah.
never do. They just keep going higher and higher, or whatever it is. You're trying to take puts, and they keep going higher, or you're trying to take calls, and they keep going lower. Um, but so when you just have the one trade, it really forces you to be patient and wait for your setups, or like Shami, you just said, you'll take a trade that wasn't like a good setup and it'll be like, what was I thinking? And then,
Yeah, you'll like FOMO right into a trade and immediately regret it because you'll be like, damn it, that was my one trade. And then
yeah,
it'll be gone for the day and you got to wait till tomorrow. And
but
you're
then
like, understand.
when tomorrow rolls around, you're like, oh shoot, I don't want to do that again because
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
Yeah,
want to waste my one bullet on a crappy trade. Right. So,
exactly.
um, a lot of people, they won't want to hear this. A lot of people won't want to do it. But if you want to become a good trader, do one trade a day for 6 months and also make sure you journal every single trade. And it's like the thing that the people are the most hesitant to do, right now, and then there's people listening in Discord, like, and when I say in Discord, I'm talking about Shorty's Discord. Um, so right now, like I'm kind of working one on one with somebody in the Discord, um, and I'm really trying to work on his discipline with him. He's very wild and like has this very, um, I think overall like negative attitude. And I'm not trying to talk bad about him, but um, like he has to switch his attitude as a person. Otherwise, he's never going to be a successful trader. But also as a trader, he needs to switch his attitude because he'll just trade willy nilly, haphazardly. Like we had our first conversation yesterday about him trading, and I told him, you need to wait for setups. And I said, so right now, look at your ES chart because he trades ES. Figure out where you want to take, I'm going to say calls and puts just for the sake of this video because we're talking about options. But I told him, look at ES, figure out where you want to take calls, figure out where you want to take puts, and send me the chart and explain why those are your entries. And also tell me what your exits are, like where you plan on exiting the trade. Because those are the only trades that you're allowed to take tomorrow. And of course, that mother messaged me today and he goes, hey, I switched up the plan because the trades I was looking for, they weren't setting up. So I took this instead. And I was like, yeah, no, that's not what you're supposed to do. If the trades don't come to you, then you don't trade. But anyway, I already know taking this guy on is going to be a big, it's going to be a big task, and I'm up to it. The question is he up to it? So anyway, with that said, like for anybody that's in Shorty's Discord listening, if you feel like you need help, I've already said, like I do one-on-ones, whatever. You guys just reach out to me. I'll try to help you out. I'm not free on the weekends though, just so you know. So it has to be during the week, and I don't have a whole lot of free time, so I can only help a few people at a time. But for anybody in YouTube listening, that is something that me and Shorty both do. Is we do one-on-ones and kind of mentor people and try to help them get better. So that's part of what we do in there. Yeah, so I think that's going to cover it for the video. It looks like I've answered all of the questions, and it looks like a lot of people in YouTube are relating to what we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone is. Like, literally, it's just so obvious, and it's like only obvious after you do it. You're like, wow, like no wonder. Like, you think it's for one thing. You think Shorty's telling you to do this like thing for like whatever, just for discipline. But you realize like there's so many things as well that happen because of it, right? You're focusing on now like patience. Your TA gets better because you have to make sure the setup's good. Like everything starts falling into place when you start, with your discipline.
Absolutely.
It's just, yeah.
Absolutely. And so, I mean, just basically what it comes down to as traders, you have to decide when you want to stop being hard-headed and stubborn and thinking that you know what you need to do to get better. I mean, obviously, education is going to be important. You want to read, you want to study. I always say this: you want to make sure that you know who you're absorbing information from. Just the other day in Keenan's Discord, like somebody actually that I respect as a trader replied to a question somebody asked, and they actually gave them misinformation, which to me is like, I don't know. That's my pet peeve. Like if you're going to teach people, make sure you're teaching the right information. And I had to like, I don't want to say put them in their place because it's not like that, but I had to answer or reply and explain what they were actually explaining wrong. Just because I don't want somebody that's trying to learn to be learning the wrong stuff, because eventually those will turn into bad habits that are hard to break. So yeah, as traders, we just have to decide like when, we've run into the wall enough times that we would rather walk through the door and do things the easy way instead of the hard way. The issue with the easy way is it's a slower grind, like when you use size that you're comfortable with, like let's just say you're risking $50. I think most people here would be comfortable losing $50, right? But if you size up and you're losing $400, that's a bigger, harder pill for a lot of people to swallow. So if you're risking 50 to make 100, that's a lot easier for, I think, most people. But if you're risking 400 to make 800, of course, when you make the 800, it feels great. But when you lose the 400, or when you're losing, do you handle it? Or when you're up $400, do you want to close the trade early because you don't want to lose that $400 that you're up? Versus if you're risking 50 to make 100 and you're up $50, are you like stressed out that it could go negative 50 or positive 50 or, up another $50? You have to figure out where that comfort zone is for you, where you're okay either having your stop loss get hit or your take profit get hit, and nothing in between, where you're not trying to trail your stop loss to avoid taking an L. That's another thing the person that I've been working with did yesterday is he trailed his stop loss, and he ended up making $30. And I told him, well, that sucks. And he goes, no, it's good because if I didn't get trailed, it would have gone red and I would have lost money. And I said, yeah, but dude, you only made $30. What if like it didn't go red and you would have lost money? What if it, pulled back to wherever your stop loss was, stopped you out, and then ran and hit your take profit? Then you still only made $30, but it made it to your take profit, but you didn't make the money because you're an idiot and you trailed your stop loss. I didn't call him an idiot, but he is. But I'm also an idiot sometimes too. And so like when I say this stuff, like it's more of a joke. This is me as well. Like, I try to be very transparent with you guys. Occasionally, I'm human. And so I always try to be that person that I talk about that doesn't trail my stop loss and whatever else. But sometimes emotions get the best of me and I do trail my stop loss. And every time I do, I end up kicking myself in the ass and calling myself an idiot. So when I say stuff like that, I'm probably more talking about myself than anybody else. But Big Oak Dog, if you're in Shorty's Discord, yeah, reach out on Shorty's Discord. You can DM me or whatever. So, yeah. Yeah, so just to be clear again, for people with what's it called? Yeah, so people on Shorty's Discord, if you need help, whatever, yeah, feel free to reach out. I'll help you, or I'll try. Like I said, I can only take on so many people because I don't have a ton of free time as it is, and then the baby's making things even worse. This is not, and I'm not trying to be a dick when I say this, but this is not for people in Keenan's Discord. I can't help 60,000 people one-on-one. There's just no way. A lot of the OGs on Keenan's have a nasty have a nasty attitude. That's funny. Yeah. I mean, Big Oak, like if that's something you're looking for, the link to Shorty's Discord is down in the description. But I will let you know. I'll let everybody know. Again, I always try to be as transparent as possible in this YouTube. If you join tomorrow, we're not doing a one-on-one with you tomorrow. Like, it's just not going to happen. You have to, you would need to join the Discord. Make sure you've read all 3 books that I talk about. You're going to have to study. You're going to have to attend the live sessions. You're going to have to read through the PowerPoint. And then at that point, we would be happy to do one-on-ones with people. What's up, Ken? How you doing, brother? Yeah, I can drop it.
Just so new people that might join are aware, that's like taken me like over a year to kind of get through. And I've only done 2 of the books. I didn't know there were 3.
So the 3 books are going to be Volume Price Analysis by Anna Cooling. They're all in the link of the
that's the one I'm missing, I think.
Discord. I mean, they're all in the link of the video. This is Keenan's, this is Shorty's Discord link here for people that are interested. So yeah, volume price analysis, volume profile by Trader Dale, and then the last one is going to be trading in the zone.
Yeah, that's the juicy one.
Dude, that's like my. I mean, when I say this, it's like in a joking way. That's my least favorite book ever because I literally felt like that dude was looking over my shoulder talking to me.
Yeah, that's how it feels. Yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted to punch him quite a few times. I'm like, those are fighting words, bro.
Literally. He calls you out from when you were like 10 years old too. He
Yeah,
doesn't start with like just call you out. He calls your younger self out like multiple times.
yeah, and your parents for teaching you wrong.
Yeah, and your parents. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I wanted to sock that fool. Like, dude, I don't think you know who you're talking to, brother. I got you. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I think I've really covered everything. We talked about Shorty's Discord a little bit. I really don't talk about it a whole lot, but since we are talking about it, I'm just going to finish talking about it. The Shorty's Discord is really focused on education, and I'll be the first person to say you don't need to join a Discord to become a good trader. You can do it on your own, reading books, studying, whatever. The key is making sure that you're absorbing knowledge or absorbing information from people that are actually reliable sources, because there's a lot of just BS and misinformation out there on the internet. A lot of people that are even huge have been proven to be frauds, like ICT. Every time I say that, people are shocked. But that dude is like a horrible trader. It's been proven. Like, he literally shared his P&L, and it was like negative hundreds of thousands of dollars, but he photoshopped out the negative sign, and I don't remember how somebody proved that it was Photoshop, but they figured it out, and it was like a very obvious thing that he had photoshopped out the negative sign, which is hilarious. And I'm not trying to bag on ICT, like the stuff he talks about works, but it's all like stolen from other people before him. Like, he doesn't have any like original information. It's all like traders before him. He's just kind of packaged it all together and renamed it. But him as a person is not a good trader. Anyway, Shorty is an amazing trader. He doesn't need your money, but the Discord is the price that it is, so that we don't get a bunch of people in there causing problems. Like, literally, I've been either a moderator or an admin in the Discord since its inception, and I have never had to time anybody out or ban anybody, because we just don't have issues like that there. Everybody that's there is very serious. They're all, professional and trying to become better traders, and it's the place to be if you want to learn. But like I said, you don't need a Discord to learn. You can learn by yourself. It's just a little bit harder than having somebody kind of guiding you through the process and showing you the way and what to look at next or whatever. So that's going to be it for the video. If anybody is interested in joining the Discord, I'll just let you know right now. Unless you don't like money, don't join until the 20th. So they bill on the 1st of every month. So if you join on the 20th, you'll get billed again on the 1st, but your charge on the 1st will get refunded to you. So you basically get 10 days for free. And if you can't afford to be billed on the 20th and the 1st, then you probably shouldn't join the Discord. But you could also just wait until the 1st and join then. Okay. Anyway, that's going to do it. Much love, everybody. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening, and hopefully you all kill it tomorrow in the markets. And for people in Shorty's Discord, I should be live with you guys in the morning. We're going to be looking for some banger setups. All right.
Sweet. Thanks so much, Rockets.
Once again, I'm just going to say
Thanks, Rockets.
No problem, guys. I'm going to say rest in peace to my buddy Cheese, Jay. Much love to him. And hopefully he's in a happier, better place. Anyway, much love, everybody. Thank you for your time. Much respect. Peace out. Y'all have a